Hey, my name is Ritavan and I am building up a membership site from scratch in 30 days. We are in Bizathon number 2. So, hello, Bizathoners. Now, today is day number 12 of the challenge, and in today's session, what we're going to do is create a minimum viable product or an MVP. Now, if you have missed any previous session, just head over to flying-startonline.com, and I just want to make sure that you quickly understand how that is done. So, now my mouse is acting up on me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. So let me just... All right. So I just want to make sure you understand. You can just head over to flying-startonline.com, and that is where you'll see all the previous sessions and all the summaries and all the notes of each session that has been already covered. Now, if you're not subscribed to Flying Start Online, just hit that subscribe button below. That's just something that is customary now. If you have not subscribed to it, just hit that button below, and also a bell icon will come up. Just make sure to hit that bell icon so that you get notifications for all future sprints that we do. All right. So keeping that in mind, I want to quickly take over some concepts right now, and the concepts I want to take over are about... All right, so I want to talk to you about time. Before we get into the actual MVP, I want to talk to you about time. Hey Srinath, welcome to the room. All right, so now why is time important? As an entrepreneur, time and time management is going to be some of the most critical things that you take on. Even if you're starting off your business, even if you're on your first few days of your business, even then this concept of time is the most important concept, that if you are able to master how you manage your time, then you'll be able to deliver a much better value to your audience, to your list, to your subscribers, to whoever you communicate with on a regular basis, and also be a much happier person. Now, as some of you already know, I've started off list segmentation, where I am basically going to send an email inviting to the Bizathon challenge only to a specific portion of my list. The reason I'm doing all of this, and the reason I'm taking a break on the weekends, now in essence, I'm not really taking a break. So let me just quickly explain the concept of time. Now, this is me. All right. So I used to get up. One of my eyes is weird. All right. So I used to get up at 3 a.m. All right. And I used to basically answer some emails and get some things done. And by 4 a.m., I had time to prepare my notes. And once I had started working on my notes, it used to take me a bit of time to actually go through all of the things that we've covered in the past and make some notes so that I'm able to deliver a much better session when I actually go live. Then at around 5:30, I start writing out emails that go out to my list, inviting people to the Bizathon. Then at 6:30, I actually it's 6 o'clock, I start getting ready. So, you have to get ready for this. And then around 6:20 to 25, I actually go live. All right. Now, already I'm getting up at 6, and by the time the session finishes, it is around 7:30. So right now, I've already spent around 4 hours, 4 to 4.5 hours working on my business. Now, what happens after this? This is just the beginning of my day, by the way. Then I take a break for 1 hour. Then I need whatever video has gone just live. So I need to publish that video on YouTube. All right. And in order to publish, you have to have a title. You have to have a description, you have to have tags, you have to have a thumbnail, and several other things. So I have to basically edit the video so that it fits the format, because I want to cut out the portions that are done before the live sprint. So before I actually announce myself, so I have to edit this out and add some filters as well. So after doing all of this, some annotations and end screens as well. So don't worry if you don't understand about any of this. I'm just describing to you my entire process of the day. So all of this used to take about 1 hour. And after I finished doing this, then I had to write the blog post. And this is where things start to get interesting, because every single day I publish a blog post whenever I go live. So after I finish the live session, after I finish editing the video, then I start working on the blog post, and I have to basically give all my notes, a summary of what we have covered. So I used to manually write all of these things down. I used to write each and every single blog post that we have published for each sprint inside flying-start-online.com. So this process used to take anywhere between 1 to 2 hours, depending on the length. And then I had to share that blog post with my followers. And sometimes I even did Facebook Lives. All right. And listen, I am not making any considerable revenue out of all of this. All I'm doing is just providing value. This is all just pure hustle in a way to build up a foundation for my business as grows on in the future as I start building out my audience. So this is all for building out my audience. Now, already after finishing all of this, it's already about 12 to 1 p.m. All right. And listen, I got up at 3 a.m. All right. And after this, I start working on my actual business. And in the actual business, I have to do several things. I have to take client calls. Now, as some of you know, I also have a livecoachingcall.com where I do take client calls. I do also have some client work that I need to get done. And generally, I prefer to do it myself, all of these things. Now, I do believe we have Carol in the room here, who I just finished the work for, who I actually got on a client call with yesterday as well. And she'll tell you that I actually do all of the work for my clients myself right now. Now, this is something that I have to manage in the future as well. But right now, all of this is done myself. Then I work on Anik's work as well because I'm helping him with his advertising and several aspects of his business. So I have to get that done. And then I have to also spend time with family. I have to also eat, and I also have to sleep. And here comes the concept of time. As an entrepreneur, all you have is 24 hours. And in those 24 hours, if you need to be productive, you need to sleep, you need to eat, you need to take some breaks in the middle. So I cannot literally start from 3 a.m., finish the live stream at 7:30, and then just start editing the video, and just then start editing the blog post. I need a break of 1 to 2 hours between each of these things so that I'm able to at least do an okay job at my at publishing these entire creatives. Now, this is what you have to do. If you are also living such a life, if you are also quite busy managing several things at once, make sure you're taking breaks in the middle. And also because you'll be able to deliver a much better content, you'll be able to publish much better content. All right. So keeping this in mind, this is how my day used to be. And let me just quickly save this. All right. So do you already see the underlying problem? Yes, and Nisha also also speak to the staff, of course. So Nisha is also in the room. Nisha is part of my staff, and I have to get on at least two to four weekly calls every single week with her, and I also explain to her what we have to do in the future, make plans for the future, work on my other businesses, and also I have products like Opt-in Labs. I have to manage comments, social media, creatives, programming, and the list goes on and on. Programming. The list seriously just goes on and on. And here's the thing, only 24 hours. So what did I do? All right. So a few days ago, I actually posted on my Facebook profile that I was looking for a content writer. And there is a reason I was looking for a content writer. Now, this is all in complete transparency because I don't like to hide anything from you guys. So I want to be completely transparent with what I did. All right. So here's the thing. As an entrepreneur, as my business grows, if I need to be able to deliver great value to you going in the future, if I need to actually spend some time and actually do some things that make an impact on your life as well. All right. So in just keeping all of these things in mind, and what I noticed was, let me just quickly show you, in all of these sprints, right? I wrote each and every one of these. So if I go here, I was actually going through some of these posts that I've done. I was going through the content that I've written here, and I noticed so many grammatical errors. And then I realized, dude, you're not doing a good job at this. And you owe it to your audience to do a great job at writing content, because this is what people, if somebody doesn't want to watch a video and all they want to do is read the notes and summaries, then like seeing all the grammatical errors and ill-formed sentences does not do a good job at delivering great value to you. All right. So keeping that in mind, what I decided to do is I decided to take out that 1 to 2 hours from my day that I used to write for content, that is to keep reserved for content, and actually give it to somebody else who would do a better job than me. And this is very important. This right here is very important. So first off, what I did, FB post. I just did a FB post. I asked people, if you know about somebody who can write content, just let me know. Then I got a message from a guy called David Aston. The more we got talking, the more I realized that this guy knows what he's doing, because he used to write on a site called Income Diary. I think he still does. I don't really know about that, but he used to write, at least he saw me some of his posts on Income Diary. I read through them. I was like, my mind was blown. I was like, damn, dude, this guy knows how to write blog posts. And this guy definitely can do a much better job than me, being like, since I have to do all of these things in one day and I only have 24 hours, this guy will be able to do a much better job at writing the content down. And the more I described to what the 30-day challenges are all about and all about the bizathons, the more he got excited by it, and we just clicked. All right, we just clicked. I loved his writing, and I decided to just hire him on the spot. And he's going to be writing all of the blog posts, because he'll be able to do a much better job. Some of you might already know David Aston, because Income Diary is like a hugely popular blog, and he has written some of the most popular articles on that blog. So he does know what he's doing. All right. So here comes the concept of actual time management as an entrepreneur. Now, as a solopreneur, if you're going solo, it's all nice and fine. But as your business starts to grow and scale, if you do all of the work, then some aspects of the work that you do the quality of that is going to go down. It's just pure essence of time. The more time you have to creatively think about each aspect of your job, being a solopreneur is actually a job. You actually have to do each and everything yourself. So if you do each and everything yourself and you have several things to do, then the more work starts to pile on, the lesser quality you will be able to deliver. And that is exactly what I noticed with my blog post as well. There were frequent grammatical errors. The formatting was all wrong. In the initial days, it used to be fine, but as work used to pile on, and because I started live coaching call as well, I started taking on client work as well. And Anik actually gave me a lot more work going forward from this month, because that's just what happens, because I'm able to do such a great job at many different things. So I realized that I'm not able to one thing, I owe it to my audience to deliver as much as good of a content as I can, and I will owe it to my clients to do a great job for them. So because all of these things, I decided to hire David Aston, and he'll be taking over all the blog posts in the future. All right. Now, there is a lesson in here. All right. If you are also feeling like you have got like 24 hours in a day is quite less, and you have so many things to do, don't feel afraid to actually give others some work. And here's the thing. There are people out there in the world, all right, who will do a better job than you. I know it is difficult to understand for some people, but some people are just better at their job than you are. All right. Some people whose entire purpose, who have been much more experienced, done much bigger projects in some areas than you have. So don't feel afraid to hire those people, because they will make your life and your audience's life much more easier. You will be able to deliver much better content to your readers and your visitors and your audience. And it just makes all around a much better experience for your community as well. All right. So don't be afraid to hire. And now I can actually start focusing more on my clients. I can start focusing more on the doer club. I can actually put in time inside the doer club and make it a much better experience for you guys. I can actually creatively think about better ideas for creating more and more videos for you guys. Again, many of which will be available for free. And I can do a much better job at these sessions, because today I woke up fresh. Today I woke up fresh at 3 a.m. and I'm just going at it. I've got all these notes in handy. I want to deliver an awesome session for you guys, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. All right. So straight up, if you find somebody who does a much better job than you, then just hire them if it's within your budget, and also it just works around all over well. So this is my entire rant with like time management. So right now what I want to do is I want to start talking about the actual session today, which is MVP. Now, what we are working on is a ClickBank product. Now, what ClickBank does is not only do they need your entire funnel in handy, they also need your MVP. Now, of course, what is an MVP? MVP is a minimum viable product. Now, I talked about this in the past as well. When you're building out your membership site, or any business for that matter, a lot of you guys will focus on like building out your actual product more than on the funnels. In the first like 10 days, all we did was focus on the funnel, because that is most important. Once you have the funnel laid down, then you can start working on the product. And listen, you don't need a perfect product straight out of the bat. You don't need a perfect product. In any ways, the more you work on your product, the more ideas you get, the more you start building out. But if you don't have any customers, then who is actually seeing that product, right? So don't straight off the bat decide that you want to create the best product in the world and then it's going to make you billions of dollars or something like that. Your product evolves with time. That is one of the amazing things about the internet business. Because you have an internet business, because everything that you create, like the membership site that we are creating is built on WordPress, right? Everything is editable, everything is customizable. So we will base our product on user feedback. The first step is to create a minimum viable product. The second step is to start getting those users. And the third step, improve the product based on user feedback, because that's what matters anyways. All right. The more feedback you have from your users, the better you'll be able to modify your product and make it a much better experience for your users. The better your users will stick around with you and they'll appreciate it even more. So in any case, don't fuss around with building the perfect product. Just create a minimum viable product that just works and you've delivered whatever you wanted to. All right. And next up, just keep improving your product based on user feedback. So that's exactly what we'll be doing. Let me just quickly save this and let's start off with today's session. So what I'm going to do is head over to countdown timer. I have to write a start of the 15-minute countdown right here. I'm sorry about the mic. All right, so let's begin today's session. So for the minimum viable product, first off, this is the doer club. All right, I want to stop the countdown timer. So Nisha, who is actually in the room with us right now, first off, everybody just check this out. Over the weekend, as I told you in the previous session as well, so Nisha would be working on the courses and she has done such a fabulous job with this. Like, I'm super impressed. So everybody who's in the room, just say thank you, Nisha, for doing such a fabulous job with this. Now, you see the email business Bizathon 1. So these are the courses that we're building out. The more Bizathons we do, inside the Bizathon section right here, we'll keep adding all these courses. And just check this out. So you go inside the course. We still have some course introduction and all of these things to add, but just check it out. Isn't it a much better learning experience? So you can actually go through each, you can expand all of these things. You can see all of the modules, all of the lessons inside here. You can just quickly, if you want to access any day, then you can go through here. Isn't it a much better experience than actually scrolling through blog posts? Just check this out. Let's see day number 5. All right. She's done a much better job than I would have in formatting the content and actually publishing it here. All right. So just check this out. Amazing. Amazing. And what happens is once the video finishes, the mark complete button turns green. And once you click on mark complete button, this lesson right here will be marked as green, and you'll be progressed to the next session. Isn't it such an amazing job? And you can actually track your course progress as well. So the product is actually coming out quite well, and this is exactly what I wanted. Like, rather than having people fidget around with YouTube videos, going to playlist, and then like browsing through all these blog posts, this entire thing right here, creating courses out of these bizathons, makes it for a much better learning experience for everybody. All right. So we will be, of course, improving it. As you can see, this is just a course introduction written here. There's no actual content written here. And inside the modules as well, we still have to write down the content for like describing the module. But again, we are not building out the most perfect version of this product. We will be improving this product as time goes, and we'll be taking suggestions based on user feedback. All right. So keeping that in mind, let us start working out our minimum viable product. So I'll start off the countdown timer. The first thing that we have to do is make sure that we have all the pages that we need. So I'm just going to go inside pages. All right, so bizathons is where the courses are. We also need mastermind. So I'm going to create a new post. I'm going to call it hashtag mastermind. All right. And I'm going to grant access. Actually, I'll just work on the grant access a bit later. All right. So all pages, add new. The next one is going to be ask Rito, publish. The next up is going to be, what do we need? We need a my account page. We actually need a my profile page. Do we have a my profile page? Welcome. Let's check out the welcome page right here. How it looks like. Not really. Let's check this out. So this is the actual VSL. So Doer Club Access homepage. Let's check this out. So this is the member homepage, and what we have here is Doer Club Access homepage. All right. Seems good to me. Let me just quickly edit this and see how this looks like. So as you can see, the plugin that we're using, Member Mouse, that we're using, Members for Me. So this actually gives you all these short codes, and this is what we'll be using to create our menu. So right now, as you can see, the menu looks quite weird. So we'll be setting up a menu right now. I'm going to go to Appearance and Menus. I'm going to start building out the menus now, so that it looks like the navigation is better for our users. All right. So I'm going to call this the top menu. Create. I want to name this the primary one. I want to add things like Doer Club Access homepage. I want to add this to menu. To call this welcome first name. All right. Next up, what I want to do is, so this is going to be the profile page right here. Next up, we want the my account page also. My account, add to menu. And we also want the logout link, add to menu. All right. So this is your top menu right here. Next up, we need to create another menu, which is going to come in the black bar right there. So it's going to be the main menu. To create this menu right here, assign it to secondary. All right. Next up, we want to place all the mastermind, ask Rito, bizathons, add to menu. So bizathons is going to come at the top. Mastermind second, ask Rito third. And also I need to create another link called another page, add new, which is going to be the nifty tools and software. So I'm going to call this hashtag tools. All right. Publish. All right. I'll just save this menu right now. And I'm going to add hashtag tools here. All right. We also need a private Facebook group. So let me just go to Facebook right here and create a new Facebook group. Groups. Create group. This is going to be the Doer Club. I'm just going to add Anik, and I'm going to add my wife here. I'm also going to add Nisha to this group right here. It's a closed group because it's only meant for members. Only members can find the group. No, closed group is fine. Yep. Create. All right. So we have to choose an icon for this. Now this is for the doer club. So doers take action. So which icon represents action? I like this plant icon right here. All right. Now we can upload a photo here. So let me just go to Canva and start designing out a photo as well. So our group is created. I'll just call it Welcome to the Doer Club Private FB group. All right. To post this, so in the first post, and to pin this to the top, I'm going to edit this out later as well. All right. So let's just go to create a design. Let's call this the Facebook ad, Facebook post, Facebook ad, Facebook cover. Facebook cover is what we want. All right. So right now, let's choose a nice looking theme here. This looks pretty good. All right. Next up, I want to upload a video here as well. Uploads, and to upload my own image, and to search for the doer logo. FSO doer logo. All right. It's being uploaded right now. Canva makes this designing of your entire post so easy. It's just, all right. So we have this right here. All right. And we'll just call it right here. All right. Looks good. I am going to shift this to the side, to shift this to the side. Somewhere like here, somewhere like here. All right. So next up, I'm going to download this. All right, private mastermind has been downloaded. Now I just want to add this upload photo, downloads, private mastermind. This actually looks pretty nice, right? Ooh. Save changes. All right. So our group has been created. So this is our group URL. So I'm going to copy this. And next up, I'm going to go inside here. I'm going to create a custom link, which is going to be this, to call this hashtag FB group. I'll just call it hashtag FB. All right. And that's it. I also wanted to open it in a new tab. I want to see if there's some screen option right here. Link target. Open link in a new tab. Save menu. All right. Now that I've saved it, this is how it used to look like in earlier. Now just check this out. Boom, done. You see, welcome, the person's first name, my account, log out. You've got Ask Krito, Tools, Mastermind. If you go to Bizathons, you'll see the Bizathons page. If you go to Mastermind, you're going to see an empty page. Ask Krito is again an empty page. Tools, we're going to fill all of these up. And Facebook is going to take people to the Facebook group. All right. You see how organized it looks now? All right. So let's start working on the other pages right now. I want to quickly stop the countdown timer and explain to you what we're going to use for Ask Rito. So because I wanted to deliver a much better experience in Ask Rito. So Ask Rito is going to be one of the major sections of this entire portal, because that is where people can ask and answer questions to me, to the audience. People can interact with each other and then take help, share their progress, do a lot of different things. And that is the purpose of the Doer Club anyways, right? So we want people to actually engage and learn from others and share their progress and all of this. So in order to deliver that, I was actually in codecanyon.com. There is a script here for, I think it's called Sabai. Hold on, let me just make sure I get this. Sabai, hold on. Sabai Discuss. I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. All right. Just check this out. Let me show you the demo right here. So this is what happens. All right. So if you go to, let's say, questions. So people can see all their questions. You can vote on questions. You can see all the answers. You can categorize based on different categories. And then you can attach different things. If you want to discuss more, like you can attach images or videos if you want to. People can reply to them, and you can sort all the questions and answers that have happened. Isn't this amazing? Others can post answers. So it just gives you that ability to interact with the audience, like the actual community in a much better way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this right now. I'm going to add this to cart, go to checkout, and to check out with PayPal. We'll be installing this plugin to enable the ask and answer community for us. Let me just quickly turn on the countdown timer as well. Alrighty. It's processing. All right. Now listen, there are some free plugins as well. If you just search for Q&A plugins, then you'll be able to see that. Just search WordPress Q&A plugin. But I did search through some of them. They didn't have all the features that I wanted. So I decided to actually get this plugin right here. So I'm going to add new plugin. To upload this plugin right now. Install. I do hope we don't have any dropped frames right now because it's uploading the entire thing. Plugin failed. No valid plugins were found. I think I need to extract this thing right here. All right. What is the documentation? Let's check out the documentation right now. Install Sabai Discuss. All right. Let's do this. We have to install both of these separately. So where was I? Return to plugin installer. Upload plugin. Install now. The cool part is many of these like plugins have all these documentations in place, and you can just go through these documentations and they'll let you know how the plugin works, and it makes life so much easier on you. For some reason, the plugin is taking a long time to upload. I do hope we don't have any dropped frames. Let me just quickly stop the countdown timer because we're just waiting on right now. So how's it going? Things going great? Yeah. But just tell me right now, doesn't like just creating the entire menu make the entire experience so much better, right? I actually there's another thing I want to do. I actually want to add another plugin. I'm going to open this in a new tab. All right. So there is another plugin called Content Aware Sidebars. It's actually a free plugin. Yeah. You can create sidebars which are specific to the content on your site. Like you can create aware sidebars. Yeah. Install now. So this is a free plugin that you can use, and this basically enables you to create unlimited sidebars, and you can customize your sidebars based on which page the user is on. So it just gives a much better experience. So in our case, we don't want the same sidebar for people who are in the Bizathon. So let's say somebody is going through the Bizathon course. We want them to have a separate sidebar. But if somebody is in the mastermind area, they need to have a different sidebar. If somebody is in the Ask Ritu area, they need to have a different sidebar based off of what they actually are going through. Now, for some reason, the plugin is taking a super long time to install. So I'm going to skip this right now. My upload speeds are like sad right now. All right, so let's say I want to add a new. Now I will, let's say I want a mastermind sidebar. I want to separate sidebar for mastermind. So I want the page. I'll just add a condition here. All right. So I'll add a page called mastermind. This one. So this sidebar is only going to show up on this page. So I'm going to action replace target sidebar, merge position bottom. That's fine. Actually, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to appearance and widgets. All right. And this is a sidebar that is created. Hold on. Why does it have no title? Because I entered no title. Mastermind. Is it saved? Update. Edit. Status is active. Conditions, it will only show up on the mastermind page. All right. So go to appearance and widgets. Go to mastermind. Now let's say I want to add a countdown timer. All right. So I'll just add a text thing, arbitrary text. So I'll just add that here. All right. And here, next mastermind. And here we'll just place a timer. So of course I'll just create a timer from the actual, when we actually schedule the next mastermind, and this is what happens. Huh? Why ain't you showing any sidebars? Or maybe I need to actually edit the page. All pages. I need to edit this page. Sidebar mastermind. And to update this. Let's be checking this out, yo. Here you go. So we'll just place a countdown timer here which says the next mastermind. So isn't this amazing? You can actually customize the plugin, and on the Ask Ritu page, it won't show the next mastermind sidebar. All right. So this is how this works. Activate plugin. Sabai was installed. Next up, we need to add the next one, which is Sabai Discuss. So to upload the plugin again. I do hope this one is installed quickly. All right. So now we can start off the countdown timer yet again because the upload process is finished. All right. So what we need to do is check out the settings. Where do I check? Sabai. All right. Enter the item purchase code to enable automatic updates. All right, so let me just quickly enter a purchase code right here. To do that, what I need to do is go to my downloads area, and then inside Code Canyon, I'm just going to download the license certificate. All right. And right now, so that you don't see my license, I'm going to quickly show you just my face. All right. I'm just copying the item purchase code from the PDF that I just downloaded, and I'm going to paste it right here and the save changes. And done. Settings have been saved. So I have, let me just show you the screen again. All right, so you can see my screen again. So this is fine. Settings. How do we change the actual URL here? So it shows up on Ask Rito. Right now it probably shows up on questions. I think this is nice. I think we can actually have questions come up at the top. Let me just see, look at the pages, all pages. It just basically created a questions page, right? How can I see? Here you go. So I'm going to edit this. All right. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete Ask Rito because that has now is not defunct. So I'm going to trash this, the entire thing. All right, I'm going to remove this from the trash as well. Delete permanently. All right, all. I'm going to rename the questions page as Ask Rito. For some reason, this is again acting up on me. Hold on. Edit. To call this Ask Rito. Hashtag. Hashtag it, baby. Ask Rito. Okay. Update. All right. Let me just go to menus. Just make sure that the Ask Rito one is still there. No, it's gotten removed. So I'll just add this to the menu again. Ask Rito here. Save the menu. And now let's go to Flying Star Online. This is Bizathons. This is Mastermind. This is Ask. What? What's wrong with you? There's probably something wrong with that actual plugin. And we are out of time. All right. So wasn't this an interesting session, right? Let me just quickly take on the questions from the live chat audience. All right. So if you're in the live chat audience, please do let me know if you found this session interesting. We got so much work done today. And I was also able to discuss several aspects of like time management and why we are getting David Ashton on board, who does a fabulous job at writing blog posts and is going to make for a much better experience for you guys. I owe it to you guys to deliver a much better experience, right? So that is why we are getting David Ashton on board. All right. So this was day number 12. Amazing, right? All right. So keeping that in mind, I want to talk to you about tomorrow. So tomorrow what we're going to do, because I've just started segmenting my list, so only a specific section of my list that is actually interested in the Bizathons is going to get the link. So if that's you, if you've just found out this video and you're not on the Bizathon list, just go to flyingstart.online.com/Bizathon and then enter your email address so that I can notify you when we go live. Now listen, if you found value in this, hit that like button below. Seriously, just hit that like button below. All right, just do that right now. And next up, if you're not subscribed to Flying Start Online, subscribe. All right, that's what you have to do right now. And I want to thank you for being here. If you're not on the live chat audience, if you're watching the recording here, just make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to thank you for being here. I will be seeing you in day number 13.